So you want to sell your home for top dollar. In a market this competitive, you can't just list it and hope for the best. You've got to turn your home into a product that buyers can't resist. Today, we're going to break down exactly how to do that. Let's get right into it. 7 to 10 seconds. I mean, think about that. That's barely enough time to take your shoes off. That is all you get to make that crucial first impression. It's not a logical thing, it's a gut feeling, and it sets the stage for everything else. That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Well, the answer isn't about getting lucky. It's about having a rock-solid strategy, a process that's designed to make a buyer walk in and immediately feel like they're home. And we're going to walk through that exact playbook right now. Okay, first things first, we need a major mindset shift. Right now, it's your home, full of your stuff, your memories. But to get the best price, you've got to stop thinking of it as your home and start seeing it as a product you're launching to the market. A product designed to appeal to as many people as possible. And this isn't just fluff, there's real psychology here. Get this, the National Association of Realtors found that a whopping 83% of buyer's agents said staging helps buyers actually visualize themselves living in a space. And that visualization, that's the magic that turns a, hey, this is nice, into, we have to make an offer. And that magic translates directly into cash. We're talking about a real, measurable financial payoff here. As you can see, agents report that a properly prepped and staged home can boost the final offer price anywhere from 1 to 10%. On a $500,000 house, that could be an extra 50 grand in your pocket. That's huge. All right, so where do we start? Well, the work doesn't begin when the first sale sign goes up. No way. It starts the second you decide to sell. Getting this groundwork right is all about heading off problems at the pass and building a foundation of trust with potential buyers. Think of this as your pre-flight check. That pre-sale inspection, it lets you find any ugly surprises and fix them on your timeline, not a buyer's. Gathering all your documents shows you're a pro. And getting a quote for that 20-year-old furnace, that's just smart. It takes away a major negotiation weapon from the other side. What you're doing here is building a binder of confidence. When you can just hand a buyer a folder with all the warranties, manuals, and service records, you're not just selling them 4 walls and a roof. You're selling them peace of mind, and that is priceless. All right, let's head inside. The goal in here is actually really simple, but it's incredibly powerful. You want to create a blank canvas, a clean, bright, neutral space where buyers stop seeing your life and start picturing their own. And honestly, this can be the hardest part. That amazing bold accent wall you spent a weekend perfecting, or that mantle covered in family photos, they tell your story. And that's wonderful. But for a buyer, it can be a roadblock. You've got to give them the space to imagine their story happening there. So here's an easy way to remember it. The 3D solution. First, you declutter. Make the rooms look as big and open as possible. Second, you depersonalize. Pack away those photos and quirky collections. And third, you deep clean. And I mean everything, because this is so important. A sparkling clean house sends a powerful subconscious signal. It tells the buyer, this home has been loved, it's been taken care of. That clean grout in the shower isn't just clean grout. In a buyer's mind, it's proof that you've maintained the whole house. And here are 2 final quick wins for the interior. Fix every little squeak, drip, and crack. Those little things add up to a feeling of neglect. And a fresh coat of neutral paint? It's probably the cheapest, most effective facelift you can give a home. It makes everything feel bigger, brighter, and brand new. So now that the inside is dialed in, let's go back outside. We're back to that 7 to 10 second window we talked about. Your curb appeal is basically the cover of your book. And you better believe buyers are judging that book by its cover. So where do you focus your effort? Right here. These are the big ones. Get the landscaping trimmed and tidy. Power wash all that grime off the sidewalk and siding. Slap a fresh, welcoming coat of paint on that front door. And make sure the hardware and lights are shining. These things give you the absolute biggest bang for your buck. I mean, it really is that simple. The whole point of great curb appeal is to make someone stop the car, pull up the listing on their phone and say, I have to see the inside of that house. It's your ticket to getting them through the front door. Okay, they're through the door. Now what? Let's talk about staging. And to be clear, this isn't about filling your house with expensive, fancy furniture. Staging is a marketing tool. It's all about arranging things to highlight the home's best features and show buyers what's possible in each space. Now, if you're on a budget, listen up. You do not have to stage the whole house. Just focus your energy on these three key areas: the living room, the main bedroom, and the kitchen. That's where buyers make their biggest emotional connections. The goal is to make those rooms feel airy, spacious, and full of light. And after you've done all this work, please do not skimp on the photos. Your first showing doesn't happen in person anymore. It happens online while someone is swiping through listings on their phone. Your photos have to be so good, they literally stop the scroll. Okay, we're in the home stretch now. The place is prepped, it's staged, the photos look amazing. This last part is all about the final polish, making sure you keep that perfect product ready for every single person who walks through the door. Here's what I want you to do. Walk out your front door, turn around, and walk back in as if you're a buyer. What do you smell? What do you see? Any weird odors are an absolute deal killer, so get those handled. Flip on every light switch. Are there any burned out bulbs? Make it bright. And have all that paperwork ready to go so the transaction is seamless. And of course, it's important to remember this isn't a one-size-fits-all approach. If you're selling a house, you're focused on the big-ticket items: the roof, the yard, the foundation. But if you're selling a condo, your focus shifts almost completely to the interior perfection and making sure you have every single HOA document in perfect order. And finally, there's the boring but absolutely crucial stuff: compliance. These are the non-negotiables. Depending on where you live, you'll need specific reports and safety items like smoke detectors and water heater straps to even be allowed to close. Getting this done early is your ticket to a drama-free closing. Which brings us to the big takeaway. You've followed the playbook. You've put in the work and transformed your home into a top-tier product. The preparation is done. So the final question is your sales strategy, your pricing, your marketing just as polished? Because that's the final piece of the puzzle that turns all this effort into a top-dollar sale.